Hello, my job seekers and workplace warriors. Have you ever been fired, or is your current job on the line because you seem to not be able to meet work deadlines? Well, if that sounds like a challenge that you're facing, stick with me for this entire video for some tips on how to get yourself on track and stop jeopardizing your livelihood. Deadlines can be scary, especially for procrastinators. They sneak up on you and make you feel rushed. They're those pesky little reminders that let you know that time waits for no one. Missing too many deadlines can land you in the unemployment line, and we definitely do not want that. But don't worry, you can learn to meet deadlines and keep your job. So today, I'm going to show you how to handle deadlines and even have some fun while doing so. First, let's start off by looking at why deadlines are important. Well, they're important because they help us to stay on track by keeping us organized and making sure that everyone is working together. They also help us to get things done by giving us a push to finish our work. And last but not least, they make people happy, particularly our managers and our customers. If we think of deadlines as the rule of a game, they help us to play the game well and win. So what happens when we have too much to do? Well, that's when we have to figure out what to do first in our long list of things. As you might imagine, just like anything else these days, there are many ways to do this. That's where today's post comes in to the picture. So, number one, we must take care of ourselves. If you're tired, stressed, thinking about other things, it's hard to meet deadlines, hard to stay focused. Here's how to stay healthy. Make sure you get a good night's sleep before, or good sleep, whether you work during the day or whether you work in the evening. Make sure you get your proper rest. Then aim for 7 to 9 hours, I would say, of sleep, and then stay active. Exercise regularly, and even take a short walk in the middle of your work time if you're able to. Eat healthy. So you know that when you eat good food to keep your energy up, then and avoid too much caffeine and sugar like a lot of us normally don't avoid, then it can cause us to feel sluggish and also not to stay focused. Take short breaks throughout the work time so that you can recharge. This will keep you productive, believe it or not. And then learn from your mistakes. If you miss a deadline, don't panic. Learn from it and improve. Here's how. First, reflect. Think about why you missed the deadline. Was it poor planning? A lack of resources? Then seek feedback. Ask for advice from your boss or your team or colleagues. Their feedback can help you to do better the next time. Also, create a to-do list. This is the easiest way to start deciding what to do first. I recently made myself a to-do list It was 4 pages long. That is absolutely outrageous. And yes, it is overwhelming to look at those 4 pages of things. But what that did was that by having that 4 page list, it lets me see at a glance what I have to do. And it doesn't make it quite as overwhelming because what I'm committing to doing is crossing each task off of that 4 page list as I do them. And that helps me to feel like I'm accomplishing something. Otherwise, I'll just be bouncing around, just attracted by the next shiny object by doing a little bit of this, and before I finish it, jump into the next thing, but not really completing anything with quality. So grab yourself a pen and paper and write down everything you need to do. Then choose the most important task to do first. I'd say just number them. Look at the list and start with number 1 and go down the list. And like I said, each time you finish a task, and you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a fancy system. Sometimes it's great to just go back to this simple way of attacking those things that challenge us. So cross off the task that you finish, and it'll make you feel great. Make a plan. Create a plan to avoid the same mistakes in the future. This could mean better time management or asking for help sooner, because a lot of us do not want to ask for help. And a lot of that, I think, for many of us comes from the fact that we were probably raised to and told in our during the developmental years of our life that we should not depend on others. But we are not an island. We are not alone, and we all need help sometimes. And sometimes that help can make the difference between success and failure. So let's change our mindset about asking for help. Then, many of us tend to procrastinate or put our work off. So, one way to start meeting deadlines is to fight and overcome procrastination. But before you can stop procrastinating, you need to understand why you do it. And sometimes we procrastinate because we're scared of failing or don't know how to start. Recognizing this can help you to overcome it. Do you procrastinate on every work task, or do you procrastinate on working on big tasks or certain types of tasks? If big tasks are your main challenge, then break them down into smaller, more manageable sets of work. Big tasks can be scary. And when you break them down into these smaller steps to make the task less overwhelming, it will also create more opportunities for you to celebrate your wins, because you can celebrate a little bit each time you complete a step within that task until you complete the entire thing. Or you can apply the 2-minute rule and to conquer procrastination. And simply put, you just evaluate each task on your to-do list, and if something takes less than 2 minutes, do it right away. That's going to give you motivation and momentum, because you're going to have some quick wins, and those small tasks are going to and those small completions are going to keep you from feeling like things are piling up on you. Avoid time wasters. Stay away from things that waste your time, like too much social media or unnecessary meetings. Protect your time. If you're someone who is addicted to social media, dedicate certain times during the day that you can access your social media accounts. Don't do so at work unless it's during your work breaks or during your lunch break, but otherwise, leave it alone. So here comes one of those things that we all need to make sure that we try to do better with, and that's communicating well. If you can't meet a deadline, let your boss, your coworkers, or client know right away. And here's how to do it. Be honest. Tell them as soon as you realize that you can't meet the deadline. This shows that you're responsible and professional. Then, don't just say you can't do it. Suggest ways to fix the problem, like extending the deadline or getting help from others. Remember, I said we're not an island, and it's okay to ask for help sometimes. Then, give updates by keeping everyone informed about your progress. This will build trust and show you're working hard and making meaningful progress. So, if you like those, then you're probably also going to like some of the useful tools and resources ideas that I have for you too. And some of those tools and resources that you can use to manage your time and meet deadlines include Trello. And each one of these probably, I didn't check each one of them out for full transparency, but many of them have free versions that you can use, so you can kind of give them a test drive, so that you don't have to spend any money out of pocket to utilize the platform before you decide which would be the best tool or resource for you. So Trello is a visual tool that organizes tasks. Then Asana helps you manage tasks and deadlines, and I really do like Asana. I've used that one. Monday.com, I have not used it before. I've heard great things about it. It helps you track projects and workflows. So I'm thinking it may be somewhat like Microsoft Project or what have you. Then there are time management apps like Toggl, which it tracks how you spend your time, and that probably will be very useful for most of us. RescueTime monitors your activities and shows how productive you are. Forest encourages focus by growing a virtual tree while you work. That is so neat. I'm going to have to try that one. Then some focus tools include Focus at Will. It's music that helps you concentrate, and it is Focus, the @ sign like in an email address, at Will. Then Brain FM is music that's proven to boost focus, and Noisli, it's background noise to help you stay focused, like white noise, or what have you. And sometimes we just need that little atmospheric addition to help us just to feel like we have company while we're performing our tasks. So I'll have all of these listed in the description below if you're watching the video. Then some techniques that you can use include the Eisenhower productivity matrix, and it helps you decide which tasks on your list are most important. And I'll have a list to a video that explains that down in the description. Then there's Do It Now, and that's how you categorize using the Eisenhower productivity matrix. You categorize your tasks on your to-do list as Do It Now tasks, which are tasks that are important and urgent. Then Plan It tasks, which are tasks that are important but not urgent. Delegate It tasks are those that are urgent but not important. And then Ignore It tasks that are not urgent and are not important. Using this tool can help you focus on what really matters. Then make sure that then you can also use additional resources to manage your time, like the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. And after 4 work sessions, take a longer break. And this helps you to stay focused as well because it gives your brain those little ebbs and flows where you're concentrating intently on the work that you're doing, and then you're taking a little break so you can have a breather and your brain can kind of refresh itself and rejuvenate during that 5-minute break, and then you can get back to it. Or use time blocks, such as scheduling specific times for different tasks. For example, work from 9 to 11 a.m., then have meetings from 11 to 12 p.m. And I tell my team at work, I have 3 employees who report to me, and I always encourage them to have office hours, or do not disturb hours rather, where because we work in human resources, we are interrupted a lot, both by our managers and by employees who need to talk to us about employee matters. And so it helps for us to have some do not disturb hours where we can concentrate on writing reports and working on projects and what have you without being disturbed. So take advantage of that, and that will help you to manage your time wisely as well. So it should go without saying, but we need to also stay positive, because a positive mindset can help you to meet deadlines as well. And here's how you can try and stay positive. Practice gratitude. Think about what you're thankful for each day, and this can help you focus on all the good things in your life. Practice positive self-talk. Encourage yourself with positive words and remind yourself that you can do this. No matter what the challenge is, it's not bigger than you. And more importantly, it's not bigger than God. Celebrate successes. Celebrate when you finish a task or meet a deadline. And this can keep you motivated. And let's say you're one of those people who's addicted to social media. If you celebrate, one of your celebrations after you meet a deadline could be that you could take a little break and browse your social media. That can be one of your rewards. And like I said, remember that we can do it. Challenges are going to come throughout life, and they just make us stronger and better. So meeting deadlines, just like anything else, is a skill that you can learn. So by understanding why deadlines matter, prioritizing your work, managing your time, fighting procrastination, communicating well, taking care of yourself, learning from mistakes, using helpful tools, and staying positive, you can meet deadlines and succeed at your job. Remember, it takes time to get good at anything. So this is not going to be any different. So be patient with yourself, give yourself grace, and keep trying, because you just don't want to give up. Because you do things, when you do things over and over again, practice, as they said, can make perfect. So you've got this. Now, go out there and conquer those deadlines. Remember, I'm on a mission to help you live your very best career life. So I'd love it if you would like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Share the video with others who want to live their very best career life. I look forward to seeing you in future videos, and as always, career success to you. Go get your new job or keep the one you have. This post was brought to you compliments of HR by Namtique, your place for career, job search, and workplace resolution resources. Whether you're in search of online courses in personal and professional development, or if you'd like to work more closely with me, you can schedule a 1-hour consultation or coaching session. The links are in the description below. Or Stop by the shop by Namtique to select the right motivational merchandise that will keep your spirits lifted during your job search and beyond. And if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my blog and or to my YouTube channel. I would love to have you as one of my HR by Namtique VIPs. As always, career success to you. I'll see you next time.